Hi and welcome to this collective live reading. I am happy to be with you here on TikTok and on the YouTube. Let's look at what we have for today. I am working with the symbolism of the tarot and the symbolism of Western astrology to find maybe a new perspective, to maybe figure out new layers of consciousness, to find our blind spots. I am not your regular tarot card reader who is telling you your fortune or your future. I'm here to inspire you to work on yourself, to maybe find new angles, new perspectives, new views on how to approach your situation. And we are trying to build awareness with the help of the cards. So yeah, thank you so much for being here, and we're gonna start right away. As always, in the first part of the reading, I am looking at a general development. In the second part of the reading, I am looking at a relationship dynamic. All right, so let's see what wants to come out, and I am already very excited. We start with an Ace of Cups in the reverse. It's interesting because yesterday I did a reading that for some reason didn't really upload. I had some issues with YouTube, and we had an Ace of Cups that was upright, and also my daily card that I was drawing yesterday was also an Ace of Cups. So this is interesting that now the Ace of Cups here is in the reverse. I'm not quite sure how to approach this right now, because with this back and forth energy from yesterday to today, it could be that we are kind of having a little bit of a difficulty really tapping into the feeling of a thing rather than the reality of a thing. So when we talk manifesting, it could really be like this idea of how can we get into the feeling of where we want to be, more than constantly checking reality, you know, if we already have the thing. So this is really a new approach, actually, if it's upright, a new emotional approach also to a situation. When this is in the reverse, we might have a little bit of a blockage or a little bit of difficulty finding this new sense of trusting deeper, feeling deeper, also receiving, being receptive, letting things come towards us. So this is a little bit of a block, I feel like, or a little bit of an idea that we want to rethink how we express also our emotions. Maybe we have a little bit of trouble expressing our emotions, or really connecting with ourselves as well, because the Ace of Cups is really connecting with ourselves. It's not so much connecting with the outside, it's really connecting with the inside, with this infinite, actually, an infinite energy of love and of light, and of also a higher consciousness that is bringing us this connection to self. So when it's in the reverse, we might have a little bit of a hard time finding that source of infinite love and infinite receptiveness and infinite gentleness and softness within ourselves. So let's see how we can maybe work on that, or find a way to ease this up, because it's a little uneasy here. Seems uneasy to me. Ace of Swords, that's interesting. Two aces and the Ace of Swords coming here out of the past, or what we are coming out of. So we might have a clear idea of where we want to go and how we feel, but we might have actually, or how we want to approach this next chapter of our emotional life, and we are very much connected to maybe the idea of it, but we are not so much connected to the feeling of it. It seems like also when we wanted to talk manifestation terms, that we have it all thought out and figured out, and now the challenge is to really start feeling it, start going into the flow, start experiencing it on an emotional level. So this is, this is a little bit of a challenge here, because we do have clarity. It's not that we are confused. It doesn't seem like there is a lot of confusion here with the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords really does bring clarity in general. But with the Ace of Cups here in the reverse, we might just not feel so connected within. And when I say connected, I mean maybe connected to something higher, to the mystery of love, the mystery of love within, the mystery of sensing yourself through this experience of life, through your emotions. So this is also maybe just a little bit of anxiety to let yourself feel this new type of feeling or this new type of way, because the aces are very much about the new, very much about the opportunity that opens up, very much about a new door that is opening. So this is really about inviting something new. And we, as I said, we do have a very clear idea here with the Ace of Swords that, or what this is supposed to be, or how we see this. Oh, wow, look at that, the Empress. I love it. This is perfect. Oh, we have a Three of Swords. Huh, that's weird. But yeah, let's talk about it. This opening ourselves up to the emotional experience, to this new emotional experience, also to this flow, to this softness, to this gentleness, maybe even just to this gentleness towards ourselves. I think this is the challenge here, and it is coming out of maybe past experiences. We do have a Three of Swords here. Maybe we are afraid to let our heart rule over our thoughts. This is very much a mind over matter decision, or a mind over feelings decision that often can be a little hurtful or triggering. The Three of Swords is often that type of moment where we go against our heart because we know it's a smart thing to do. But in this case, I feel like this is more triggering moments like this from the past. And what we do with rationalizing our feelings here, as you can see, is hurting ourselves, because these swords are really representing our thoughts, maybe also facts, maybe even, truths that are hurtful, and that can definitely leave a mark here. But they shouldn't hold us back to be receptive and open, because with the Empress, we're much stronger than like our past experiences. I feel like this really has to do a lot with us overcoming past experiences, us being stronger than our past, us being stronger or different or more than our maybe even relationship experiences or our disappointments, and us also being still, even though it is a little scary, even though there might be trigger points that remind us of things that feel uncomfortable or felt uncomfortable in the past. With an Empress, we can totally handle that. We're very mature. And we're still very, very capable of coming from that soft space, coming from that receptive space, coming from that caring and nurturing and creative space. So yeah, this is a little bit of a leap of faith situation, but it's not so much that we need to take a leap, like literally. We don't really need to do anything. We just need to allow ourselves to receive things. We cannot force this feeling, I think. We cannot force this with the Ace of Cups in the reverse. We know that. It's not even that we don't know that, but we're still in a moment where it's like, okay, we need to come back, or we understand that we want to come back to this stronger and more powerful and more mature place here with the Empress, that from that place we can really draw in very naturally what is supposed to be for us and what's supposed to be helping us prosper and helping us sit in our abundance. And we're getting there. I think we have this little hiccup of, oh, wait, there's the past, there's still the past, or there's things that are happening in life just in general that will sting a little. We don't have to give up this place though because of that. So that's how I kind of want to approach this reading and see this reading. This is very interesting. I will clear the energy a little bit, and then we look into relationships. So yeah, please, of course, subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and also leave a comment in the chat if you want to. Yeah, and that's it. And you can check out my description box over at the tube and see what I'm offering and what I'm doing other than tarot stuff. So yeah, let's go see what relationships have in store. This doesn't have to be a love relationship, but it can be a love relationship, of course. This can be any type of relationship that you want to improve or that you want to have more insight into. So let's see. This other person. Five of Cups. It's so weird. Yesterday I had the same card, just in a little bit of a different way. I feel like it seems like there is somebody dealing through or going through some difficult emotions, maybe some pain, maybe some disappointments, maybe some grief, that they are not communicating. And why am I saying that? Because there is an Ace of Swords in the reverse. So somebody might, put up a front, and they might not really feel as good as you think they do, or they might not be able to express that towards you. Somebody might be, just disappointed or a little sad about circumstances. And sad is, I think, very much the right thing, because the card fell out when I said that. I don't know what we are holding back. We might not also show everything that we see or that we perceive when it comes to a person. These cards just want to come out. Oh, Two of Cups. Oh, but that's cute though. I'm not sure. I mean, it's difficult to say that if somebody is disappointed in us, or if they're just going through a hard time. I'm not quite sure here, because we have a Two of Cups here. We're meeting this person with a lot of love and a lot of understanding and a lot of support, emotional support, and there is a strong connection. We are feeling the person. It's like, if it's a romantic thing, then maybe we just have love for the fact that somebody has a hard time. Also, when it's just a friendship and not a romantic thing, maybe we just have a lot of love for a person and want to be there. And can even maybe understand the pain of a person. but it's there's some heavy energy coming from the outside, and we are trying to meet that with understanding and connection and trust. Yeah, I like that. We have a shaman of discs, which is a king of discs or a king of pentacles. And it means that this is still a very stable and grounded way to move forward. These emotions are grounded in reality and are not like dramatic or throwing us off or irritating us. They need to be felt. And I feel like we are understanding maybe or we are in a place where we have the capacity to understand that somebody has to go through some feelings, and we can really meet them there and give them space. And this is a very actually stabilizing and positive and grounded and mature way of doing that. It's very, very mature here also with the shaman of discs. He knows that this needs to be done. He's also quite connected with nature, with the cycles of nature, and with also going through pain and going through all the things that life have to offer. And I feel like this is us supporting somebody in their disappointments and showing them love, therefore. So what are we not showing? Six of Swords, okay, and the Ten of Discs. Maybe we're not fully expressing our vision and our ideas for what we want to build and how we want to make things look like in the future with a person, where we want to move to and how that should look like. Because with the Ten of Discs and the Six of Swords, there is this idea of, okay, we're really exploring different ideas of how we want to build something with somebody. What's the end goal? How is it supposed to look like? What type of relationship or what type of friendship or what type of goal do I want to reach, and what do I want to manifest actually with a person? And I think we are really going into different options. We are really letting our mind explore, which is the Six of Swords, and we are trying to get into calmer waters as well. That's also the Six of Swords. And we're trying to really figure out new, maybe new concepts of how something's supposed to look like. And maybe we have already quite a clear idea of how we want to live life with certain people or with a certain person, but we might not quite communicate that yet or show that yet, even though we know, but we might not have shown it to them. And I had a devil pop out of the deck for a second, and it could be also a fear controlling us, a fear holding us back. Also, as I said before, fear of manifesting something because it could backfire, or we are afraid that it's not going to work out in the long run, because it's about the long run. Also, the Ten of Discs is very much about the long term. The Sun, Four of Swords, the Fool, the Eight of Cups. Yeah, that's all kind of like to be free and open and really detached from a too specific idea of something. We also need to be in peace with ourselves and give us the time and space to process our thoughts and our emotions and we want to be careful not to get stuck in like this emotional mud that we cannot move out of. That's what that's a short story of these 4 cards. Let's see what else. One more card maybe, and then I'm pulling one card from the Animal Tarot card deck to just have an overall like ending little energy. Ooh, 10 of Cups. See, that was yesterday. It was very similar reading. It's so interesting. The 10 of Cups is really saying there is this possibility to really live a rich, emotional, full, abundant, overflowing life in relationships. And it might even already be that. On an emotional level, you might already feel that things are really going exactly the way you want them to go, or that's the end goal. That's how you always wanted it. That's how you always want to feel in a relationship or in friendships, or that's exactly how you imagined it, how it's supposed to feel. And it seems like you've mastered that, or you've arrived at that point. And it's a little difficult to invite the next cycle, of course, from a 10 of Cups into an Ace of Cups, because with the 10 of Cups, we've arrived somehow. And we don't want to move further or away from a place where we feel like we've arrived. But we don't need to. That's the whole point, because now we can really concentrate on drawing in the things from a feeling within, you know. And it is not so much about how does this have to look like in the future, how, I don't know, do we want to live together, do we want to have kids, do we want to have move, do we want to have an apartment. It's not so much about that. We should continue concentrating on the feeling, and the thing will build itself as long as we stay in this very receptive and gentle and still powerful and also discerning and discriminating energy of the Empress. We cannot forget that the Empress is at the same time a discriminating energy, because she knows how to say no to things that she doesn't want in her bubble, doesn't want in her cycle, doesn't want in her environment. So we always want to make sure that we also stay empowered, and that's why she's a very powerful, of course, energy with the Empress, and also say no to the things we don't want that are coming towards us. The important thing is there's a lot of things coming towards us, and I think there will be a lot of things coming towards us out of that feeling of bliss, really. And therefore, we want to make sure that we only invite in the things that we really feel like are fertile and growing and also of value. Okay, one more card. This is a cool reading. I like it. And it's interesting with the reading from yesterday that so many cards are repeating themselves. Balance. Oh, that's beautiful. That is the Temperance card, number 14. So this is a lot about healing. In this deck, it's the zebra. We love it. It's very cute. And it says, by merging varying points of view, you can generate an extraordinary new idea. I feel like that's already happened. Compromise with others and collaborate to discover a better solution. Yeah, I guess that, I feel like that's really the point here, that, and the reading I did yesterday was a lot about, you cannot do this alone. This is not about doing something by yourself. This is group effort. And here it's the same. It's kind of like, okay, compromise with others and collaborate to discover a better solution, because through collaboration now, things are gonna get better than than you think, or better than you can think it out by yourself. So yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. All right, so thank you so much for being here. Check out also this reading over at the Tube if you want to see it again. And yeah, I will definitely come back here to TikTok eventually and do another live. I might do a German live here as well for German-speaking people, even though this channel is mostly a English-speaking channel, of course. But yeah, let's see how this whole TikTok journey is gonna develop, and YouTube people know me and they know how they can find my information. And for everybody who is new here, please, please, please subscribe, like, and comment, and do that for every creator, because you know, if you really like content creator, it's so difficult to really get the algorithm going. And if you really care about the people and the videos that you watch, then please give them a comment, give them a like, and I'm not just like talking about myself. Do that for everybody, because it's really a huge, 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 huge help here. And you know, there's a lot of people on these platforms and they appreciate it a lot. So yeah, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.